Daytona Beach, Florida, home to Hanksters, Hot Rods, Muscle Car, and Collector Car Showroom. Where we own all of our vehicles, we are not a consignment dealership. During the next 7 to 8 minutes of this video presentation, we are going to go over our buying process. So if you're already familiar with our process or you've watched our videos in the past, please feel free to fast forward to today's vehicle presentation. In Daytona Beach, we have a 25,000 square foot facility where we house 60 to 70 collector cars, all of which we own. Hanksters.com. We are an internet-based business. We have 80 to 100 photographs on our website of each vehicle, along with a 20 to 25 minute video presentation. The reason we have this content on our website is because the majority of the transactions we conduct month after month and year after year are done sight unseen. Yes, people wire us money for $30,000, $50,000, $70,000 cars without ever coming to look at them. However, I do not encourage that you do this. Classic cars, they're awesome, nostalgic, have great looks, get a lot of compliments, a lot of eyeball, a lot of appeal. But they're 30, 40, 50-year-old cars. They are not that brand new car that you're going to go get from your Ford or Dodge dealer or Chevrolet dealership. They all have flaws, deficiencies, weaknesses, tendencies, some of which we try to disclose in our video presentation and in our photos on our website. I encourage you to come in person to check out the car for yourself. We would gladly pull the car outside for you. You can check out the paint condition, interior condition, real good out in the natural light. You can pop the hood, you can pop the trunk, look the car over real good with your own eyes. We have 2 twin post lifts here in our Daytona showroom. We'd be more than happy to put the car in air for you if you'd like us to. You can check out the undercarriage, the suspension components, the bottom of the motor, the bottom of the transmission, the floor pan condition, the tire condition. We'll let you drive the car. You can see how the car stops, starts, steers, accelerates, how the transmission shifts, how the ride feels, if there's any noises you don't like, if there's any kind of vibrations or anything like that you do not like. This way, when the vehicle shows up to you wherever you're at in the United States or in the world, there are no surprises because you were here and you went over the car for yourself in its entirety. In our photo shoots and in our video presentations, we try to represent each vehicle as honestly and as accurately as we possibly can and offer full transparency. However, we can only cover so much content in a 20-minute video presentation, and this is why we encourage you guys to come in person and check the car out for yourself. What happens next? Once you decide on your classic ride, where do we go from here? If you're a cash buyer, we accept cashier's check from your bank and bank wire transfer. And if you're coming to visit us in person, you want to bring us cash, we'll take that too. That does still spend today, believe it or not. Maybe you don't have the cash to buy one of these cars. What are my financing options? We work with a few different collector car lenders that offer terms on these vehicles. The terms start at 5 years and they go up to 15 years. Approval is going to be based on your credit bureau, debt to income ratio, time on the job, time at your residence, price of the car, things like that. I discussed 15-year term. They aren't going to do 15 years on a $25,000 car. There is price cutoffs for that 15-year approval, and obviously you have to qualify on the credit end. The loans from the lenders are simple interest loans, which means if your payment's $500 a month and you pay $800 a month, the extra $300 goes towards principal. Also, no prepayment penalty. So if you get approved for an 8-year term, which is about the average approval term, and you pay it off in 12 months, they aren't going to penalize you for doing so. So that makes it nice to own one of these classics also. Short-term money loans, you can do that. And then you can pull money out of your home equity line or your 401k or pull cash out of the bank, whatever the circumstances that you have are. Once the vehicle is paid for, what happens? The car goes through a pre-delivery inspection process. We sell old cars. Anything can stop working, anything can start leaking at any given moment. Therefore, we put the vehicle through one last shakedown prior to it leaving our facility and heading your direction. We torque the lug nuts, we check the tire pressure, we check the fluid levels, make sure the AC is blowing cold if it's equipped, make sure your brake lights work, your horn works, your wipers work, all of that stuff. Once it's green lighted and the guys say it's good to go, then we detail it. After it goes through detail, a carrier is dispatched if we are the ones handling the shipping. We can typically have a truck here within 48 hours. However, If you're in a more rural or remote destination, or a holiday falls in there, or maybe you're on the West Coast where they do fewer runs because of obviously the travel distance, it may take 3, 4, 5 business days to get a truck here, but I promise you, we know you're excited to get your ride. We are excited we earned your business as a customer. We will get you your vehicle as quickly and as safely as we possibly can. If you're the one handling the shipping, let's say you're sending your own carrier, or you're coming with your own enclosed or open transport, or you're driving the car home because you're close enough, we'll let you know when the vehicle is ready and you can come pick the vehicle up. That about covers our purchasing process here at Hankster's Hot Rods of Daytona. So let's get started with today's vehicle presentation. So the car we're about to present to you today, believe it or not, we've had a couple of these through our showroom, and people have bought them as their Saturday, Sunday drivers, just a cool little sports car. People have bought them for their children. Husbands have bought them for their wives. Women have bought them for themselves. And what I'm referring to is a 1983 Ford Mustang. But what makes this one different is two things. Number one, it's a V6 car. Number two, it's a convertible. And this one happens to be probably one of the rarer ones that you will see offered for sale. So let's check it out. Of course, 83, you got power brakes. 83, you have power steering. And you have two forms of air conditioning, whether it's a drop top or whether you got the top up and you are actually cooling the inside with the Freon. It's a great color combination car, red, white top, and white interior. I would venture to guess a large portion of this car is probably original paint. It's 27,000 mile original car. It is documented that way on the Carfax. Carfax is clean, by the way. Car spent a good portion of, if not all of its life in North Carolina. I can't remember. I buy a lot of cars, sell a lot of cars, look at a lot of cars, so I don't remember exactly. But I do know that it is 27,000, 26,000 and some change original miles on this vehicle. We'll check it out on the test drive. Let's look at the paint on the top of the hood and the fenders. Real nice paint on the car. There is a little mark here on the top of the driver's side fender where somebody has brush touched it. Other than that, uniform color and clear on the hood and the tops of the fenders. The only imperfection I really see that needs to be disclosed is this one right here that I already pointed out. How about the front of the vehicle? So, you know, the black plastic has a tendency to take sun and get faded. Grille looks to be in fairly decent condition. Same thing with your headlight pockets there around the high beams and low beams. And then front bumper area, black rubber there, also in good condition. Driver's side front fender. The pinstriping on the car is in nice shape. Got a white pinstripe going all the way down the body of the vehicle. The black rubber body molding is in great shape all the way around the car. Of course, right now we're looking at the molding on the driver's side front fender. That is good. You got your wire hubcaps there. Tire condition, good tires on the car, and no paint issues down low. The front windshield on the car in really nice shape. No cracks, no chips to speak of. The top, I'm pretty sure, yep, power top, and it does function. And the back window glass on the top, the back window on the top, I'm sorry, is glass. It's not plastic. So take a look at that in still photos. Also, the top is in really good condition. There's no issues on the top to show you whatsoever. If there was, I'd put it up for a second and show you, but there's not. The driver door, don't have to worry about any kind of fitment issues because it's all OEM stuff. Original auto, equipment, fender, door, quarters, everything's original, like I said, including the miles. And original interior. So let's start out with the back seat. So you have your typical, yellowing or discoloring of any kind of white classic car interior, but it's not bad at all. Very nice color on the seats themselves, and then on the door panels and the headrests and whatnot. I will pop open here quickly the driver door to show you the driver door panel condition. The material up top here in good shape. Armrest, map pocket. Remember those days when we actually needed maps? You don't need those much anymore. But the map pocket, speaker area, carpet area, everything in real good shape. It is crank windows, no power windows in the car. So you do manually crank those up. The driver's seat does have the start of a tear in it. It's not torn all the way through, but it is starting to tear there. So it's dry rotted there from obviously the sun, but it is not broken through yet, but it's close. But the interior is original, so we're leaving it that way. You know, if it's something that, you know, you want to have sewn or, you know, whatever, you can do that. We can make arrangements to have that done for you, but we're just kind of going to leave it just like it is. Floor mats in the car in nice shape. Carpeting underneath the car in nice condition, or underneath the car, underneath the floor mat on the driver's side rather. Steering wheel's original. All your man, check out that dash and bezel clarity, like the wood grain and the tack there, and then your speedo. Real nice clarity out of the gauges. Center console's in real nice shape in the car. Let's see what the mileage. You got 27,347. We'll show you that again on the test drive, but that is the original miles on the car. I made the statement, the top is power, and I will show you that working here when we do the test drive of the vehicle, on the vehicle. Rear quarters, no issues there. We'll look up top here first, starting with the pinstripe. Pinstripe's in good shape. We'll drop down to the wheel well, and then we will eventually end with the lower portion of your quarter panel on the driver's side. No issues there. And if we jump up top to the deck lid trunk area, there's no issues there either. Uniform red here, nice and clear. Real nice paint on the car. GLX there on the driver's side deck lid. Your white pinstripe in good shape. Your fiberglass, yep, see that? Fiberglass rear bumper here. Not all flexed and cracked. The paint is not cracked. There's no kind of condensation or leaks inside of your reverse lights, turn signal indicators, brake lights, anything like that going on. Trunk, simple. So the trunk area here in nice shape. Let's see if we got a little, yep, you got a little, or actually that looks like a full-size spare. Yeah, full-size spare and a jack. Now, that spare could very well be from 1983, so if you plan on using it, you may want to put a new tire on there. We do not check spares for tire age. We do check the 4 tires that are on the ground, but we do not check the spare. The passenger side of the car, much of the same going on. You know, you have real straight factory quarters, passenger side door, front fender, real nice paint on the car. No issues to speak of on the passenger side rear quarter. The spoke hubcaps in good shape. The 80s. Passenger side of the car, interior door panel, just as nice as the driver's. White armrest, good there. Power locks, does have power locks. And those do work, if you can hear that. Red seat belts, they are factory seat belts. The leather on the driver's side, passenger side, also very nice. Center console looks brand new. I mean, it's really in great shape. Look at that wood grain. None of it's faded or anything like that. It does have dual mirrors on it. Again, those aren't power. You got the little old school, you know, remote here that you used to have to use for your mirrors. We got fancy stuff nowadays. The passenger side door, front fender, body moldings, everything in great condition. It's just about as nice as it comes when you're talking about a, you know, 83 Mustang convertible with 27,000 original miles on it. Pretty cool, right? Power top, white leather, red car, V6. Here is a sports car that's not only great on fuel economy, but also has AC, has a power top, something that the depreciation has happened on long ago, and something, as a matter of fact, that's actually appreciating. These early 80s, mid 80s, and late 80s Mustangs are all coming up in value, including the V6 cars. We actually do sell quite a few V6 model, 64, 65, 66 Mustangs as well. So we do well with the V6 Mustangs through our showroom here in Daytona Beach. We're going to put the car up in the air, and we will do a short undercarriage presentation, and then we'll go on a test drive and show you how the vehicle runs out. Underneath our 83 Ford Mustang Convertible, pretty nice looking car under here, what you might expect for a 20-some thousand mile car. You do have disc brakes in the front of this vehicle. There's not a whole lot you can see in the front of the engine compartment, so let's see what is visible here in the back. You can get a little bit of the oil pan there on the passenger side, driver's side of the car. You can't get anything on the passenger side because you got the starter and the cross member in the way. Exhaust system on the car looks pretty good. We did paint it, so that's about all we did to the car underneath was paint the exhaust system. So no rust holes, rot holes, pinholes in it. From this point backwards yet, I'll get further along. The transmission pan you can see is nice and dry. No leaks coming from there at this time. Cross member supporting the transmission up is in good shape. It is linked to the frame rails of the car here. Floor pans all factory. No issues there because nobody's hacked into it, nobody's put pans in it, nobody's messed with the undercarriage. Continuing back, we taper into a single pipe here after all the stuff up front there. Single pipe, no rust holes, rot holes in the muffler. Of course, there's drum brakes in the rear. Looks like a plastic gas tank, but it's a metal one. Gas tank's in good shape, not caved in, anything like that going on. The tires, plenty of tread life. There's your wear bars right there. They're deep down into the grooves of the tread. And then there is no dry rot in between the treads of our radial hand-cooked tires. Pretty beautiful car, both up top and down below. Let's set it down on the ground. We'll take it on a test drive and show you how the vehicle runs out. Pretty cool little ride we got here. Where do we want to start? Let's start with the power top. How about we start there? Okay, I'm not going to go all the way up and all the way down, but it works. So, first time I ever gotten one of these things, I wasn't very old when these things were coming out, but I didn't know that the horn wasn't on the pad, it's actually on a stick right here. So when you honk the horn, you press it on that little stick joystick there. I was looking to see if this thing, yeah, it does have tilt wheel. Tilt wheel. Okay, where do we want to go from here? All right, turn signals. Oh, driver's side. Can you see that with the sun glare? Passenger side. 27,347, that is the original miles on the car. Temp we'll keep an eye on throughout the test drive. Remember when I said in the showroom how nice and clear these gauges were? Aren't they friggin' beautiful? Here we go, a tack in an automatic 6-cylinder. So you know when you hit 2,100 RPMs and the thing's shifting, you know when it's shifting. So there you go, that works. Look at how nice the gauge bezel clarity is on that Speedo. Oil and fuel, those both work. Let's see if this AC works in this thing. All right, there we go. Amazing, it's cold right away. You know, usually it takes a second for the compressor to kick in, but this thing immediately cold. We don't need it today, we're about 70 here in Daytona. So we're gonna do the presentation with the top down. Ford factory original radio. It works. There's your little problem shooting thing down there. See how all the lights light up? So that's your Nowadays it tells you in your dash or talks to you or whatever. Back in the day, a little red light came on saying "Rut-row." Okay. Oh, did we do wipers? Okay. I don't want to squirt the windshield. Wipers work. That's it. We're sitting here idling. E-brake works. Good stuff. Let's take it for a ride. Well, she rides just as nice as she looks. Nice tight steering. No drivetrain vibrations or tire issues whatsoever. Car tracks nicely. There's no engine vibration, no tranny vibration, tire vibration. 45 miles per hour, speedo is functioning. It is pretty windy here in Daytona today, but other than that, we're in good shape. Clean car, smooth car, nice car. I mean, I don't know what else I can say. Everything on it works. It rides nice. You got the option of a drop top or the option to keep the top up and have your ice cold AC. I showed you the power locks working in the showroom, so just to show you they do work from the driver's side as well. Brakes, look, brakes, 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 brakes. Not pulling to the right, not pulling to the left. No vibration, pulsation whatsoever. Ooh, I'm gonna get it before this guy gets a green light. Okay, ready? Here we go. V6. It goes through the gears absolutely fantastic. Real nice smooth acceleration. Let's get it up there at, I don't know, 60. Okay, good. 60. It's a nice car. The temp's good here. We're about halfway, which is where we should be. You know, running probably 160, 170, somewhere in that range. Awesome car. I like it. Great color combination, low miles, clean Carfax, very well preserved, very well maintained, very well cared for. If you watch our video presentations and I have a car like this, you'll hear me say that these cars are becoming fewer and far between, and they really are. You know, the ones that have the original motor, have the original transmission, you can document the mileage, you can document the ownership history, you know, original paint cars, you know, things like that. Not that this is all original paint, I'm not making that claim, so, but very nice paint on this vehicle. So when you can get your hands on something like this, there is a value to that, because obviously one of the things that drive up the value is the desirability and also the availability. How many 27,000 original motor, original tranny, original mileage, original color 1983 Ford Mustang convertibles can you buy? Probably not very many. So if you're done listening to me talk and you're interested in this one, 386-944-9219 is our contact phone number here in Daytona Beach. Hanksters.com is our website. It's where you can find all the photos of this 83 Mustang convertible along with this video presentation you are watching right this very moment. The full retail price, our Mustang includes shipping in the lower 48 United States on an enclosed carrier. It also includes a powertrain warranty. That warranty is good at any ASE certified facility in the United States. It covers the engine, the transmission, and the rear end, the internal components. So it doesn't cover like an oil pan gasket leak, or a tranny pan gasket leak, or a bad battery, or a starter. All that stuff is going to be on you. We would, however, cover any major mechanical breakdown should the car have one. Is the price of the vehicle negotiable? Most certainly it is. If we negotiate the price of the car, the warranty comes off. The warranty is good at full retail price only. There's no exceptions to that, so you don't have to bother asking that question. Shipping. At a negotiated cost, the shipping comes off. At full retail price, we build in the shipping because there's time, effort, and money involved in the logistics of shipping. We also build in the warranty. So at a negotiated cost, instead of us looking into the driver, making sure they're licensed, bonded, insured, instead of us arranging the pickup of the car, instead of us arranging the delivery, instead of us making the payment to the driver, you will do all that legwork on your own. Maybe you're a collector and you have your own truck, trailer, open and closed. It's perfectly fine with us. You don't have to use our method of transportation. You can come trailer to car home, save yourself some money on the purchase, no issue whatsoever. And then of course, if you're local to us here in the Sunshine State, there will be no issues driving this one home. Hanksters Hot Rods is located in Daytona Beach. And once again, our website's hanksters.com. We have a beautiful 83 Mustang we're offering for sale today. Do not hesitate if you are in the market, because this one should definitely generate quite a bit of activity. Hanksters Hot Rods, hanksters.com. Check us out.